at, for me, when I started exploring what Der Freischütz was about, you can't avoid the fact that it is centered around this sporting event of Max having to be able to shoot a gun. And for me, this is sportsmanship. And so when I was looking for what is the contemporary equivalent of this, I thought about my personal relationship with basketball. Basketball is such a provocative concept, particularly for me, because it is this sense of salvation. It is this thing that when you are from certain communities, if you can succeed in this sport, you can transform your stature. You can save yourself from a life that might be lower or less than. And I also thought it's super fascinating in relationship to classical music because it's this same sort of salvation, it's this highness. But at the same time, putting basketball in the context of Concerthaus is also super provocative because it's a sort of high and the low. And so in making this connection, then I also started to look at different physicalities, different ideas that also relate to other subject matters. And so this idea of hands up, don't shoot, and how that relates in basketball to being in a defensive position or an offensive position. And so symbolically they are very similar, but actually it has a lot more to do with this this ballet of like, am I being aggressive, or am I being defensive? And this paradox that the shift is really nuanced, that you can't quite see it. You can't quite see if this or this or this is an aggressive or a defense. And so these things became really fascinating to me. I guess for me, I look at everyone as equal, and it's more I just wanted to bring in other life perspectives, because I think when you deal with certain subject matters, we have to take more care to make sure there's a diverse range of visibility. And so for me, I see Kaleidoscope as being 100% capable of performing on their own and crushing it on their own. Right in the beginning, we were already thinking about ideas about lip singing and performativity, and let's just leave the strings aside. So for me, it's more about the work and the care that I try to do when I am invited into certain spaces, so that I'm not like a token, that I'm just like, oh, here's this one individual from the underground that we are inviting in to make it cool. I try to do a lot of work behind the scenes to also provide more space for more people and more opportunities, so that these opportunities and these collaborations have more weight in the future, that it's not like, oh, just invite the one person. But what I loved about having all these outside performers mixing with Kaleidoscope is that it also brought up a lot of questions within inside the family that is Kaleidoscope. And I think that it helped people grow into new positions and have new ideas and see their interconnectivity also very differently. And that was something that I felt really excited to watch.